Hi guys, it's John here from Ecomx SEO. Just a quick tip on this Wednesday morning here in Australia. Just want to quickly talk about speed of your e-commerce stores. So now it's pretty well, you have no option if you want to have performance with your e-commerce stores, whether it's WooCommerce or Shopify, that your stores need to be fast. It's not only a core ranking signal now in Google and the other search engines, but merely from the fact of your conversion optimization, slow stores are just not going to convert, and there's just way too much competition out there now, as you know, to be lagging in speed. People are just going to click away and move on to the next store. So I'm not going to go through exactly how to speed up your store, but I just want to talk about some options you have immediately. It's now not an option. You need to make sure your store is as fast as possible. So it's easier to boost the speed of WooCommerce, even though it's got a bad reputation of being a really slow e-commerce store. But it's actually, you actually can get WooCommerce lightning fast, knowing what you're doing or using one of the really good services out there, which I'll go through those. And then Shopify, because it's not open source, it's a little more difficult, but there are ways to do it. So I'm just going to go, firstly I'll just show you using tools.pingdom.com to test our site speed. You can also use gtmetrix.com and Google Page Speed Insights, so you can kind of use those together and you can work out where the problems are with your site. So you can see here, this is a store on WordPress that's been optimized for speed by us, and we've got it down to under 2 seconds. We could probably work a little harder on that to get that store down, close to 1 second load time. For WooCommerce, that's pretty good, and there's thousands of products on this store. To work with WooCommerce to get the speed down to lightning fast speeds, you certainly need to look at the server infrastructure as well, not only the WordPress setup. So you can see there that's down to 1.72 seconds, which is not too bad. And then a Shopify store that was at about, I think it was loading at about 5 seconds, and then using the app that I'll show you in a second, we installed it and it's brought it down to 2.8. Still not good enough, and we're going to work a little more harder on that, but that's where it is now. So it's still, probably, I would say, in the top 40 or 30% of load time for Shopify stores. Again, it has a lot to do with the theme you're using on Shopify, all the apps, images, etc. But I'll just go through some options you have now to speed up all your stores. Okay, for Shopify, I've been using this Speed Boost Ninja. It does it automatically, so you just install the app. There is a cost, it's $27 per month, I think, and I think there's a free trial. So you can install that, and they go through all the speed optimizations to ensure that you get a greater speed. And like I said, it went from 5 seconds to about 2.8 seconds on ours without doing anything else. So you can look at that. You can also, there's plenty of blog posts about how to reduce your image size and make sure you've got no redundant apps working, etc. But that's all I'm going to say about Shopify at the moment, because this does work, and it's just we're looking at quick fixes today. And then for WooCommerce, you can either learn how to do it yourself with something like WP Total Cache, and there's some other speed boosting plugins that you can use. But what I generally do, if I just want a really quick fix, I use this guy on Fiverr. So I'm giving him a bit of a plug. I'll get nothing out of this, but his name's Creative Pro, and I use him for this gig here. I speed up your WordPress website, and it's really quite cheap. He's got a number of different options. I think up to $70 or something for the full version of his speed. But I always get a nice speed boost when I use him, and I just rather pay him than mucking around with doing it myself. And then if you want the full service speed optimization of your WooCommerce store or WordPress site, our agency here, my business partner Rob, is, I believe, the best in the world at, probably one of the top 5 in the world of optimizing speed. And he goes right into the deep database digs and all that sort of stuff, and a little bit above my head, but can get WordPress and WooCommerce stores lightning fast. It is expensive, but if you're really serious, that's what you should be looking at. And then the third thing I want to talk about is AMP. So certainly, you should be looking at AMP now. So if you don't know what AMP is, you can go do a bit of research, but it's Accelerated Mobile Pages by Google. So it's for mobile first indexing, and the AMP pages using Google's setup with AMP are lightning fast. It's the whole point of them. But you need to install them on either your WooCommerce or your Shopify store. I've been using this app here for Shopify, AMP by Shop Sheriff, really easy to use, and actually the pages look really good. The free version, I think you can AMP your product pages, and then you'll pay a little bit of a monthly fee if you want to do your collections, your homepage and your blog posts, etc. if you're going to be using blog posts on the Shopify store. So that's the best one I've found so far, and it certainly has benefits across the board with rankings, etc. And then there's a number of different ones you can use for WooCommerce, but I won't go into them here because you can. There's with WordPress, they're probably not as mature as this one here for Shopify. Actually, I'll just go find the one I use. Hang on a sec. Okay, there's two of them actually. There's AMP. So this is the official AMP plugin for WordPress. It's basically you just install it and let it go, and then you decide whether you want it on blog posts, collections, product pages, etc. But mainly we just use this one for blog posts. It has limitations and the layout, etc. And then AMP for WP. It's probably the best one we've found. Lots of optimizations, and you can certainly set it up how you want. I think there's a pro version where it gives you a little more optimization and features, but works really well. And you can see here it's got AMP for WooCommerce support, so that's one we'd recommend to use for AMP. Probably we'll go dig a little bit deeper and deep dive into setting up AMP later on in another video, but just wanted to basically throw this video out here today to say and encourage you that it's not an option to have slow e-commerce stores anymore. So you need to get on your skates and start getting your e-commerce stores as fast as you possibly can. Thanks. Hope this video had some value. Catch you later.